Two great sports watches, two totally different philosophies. I've been putting the Apple Watch Ultra 3 and the Garmin Fenix 8 Pro through the ringer. This is my comparison of the best two sports watches you can buy. For the last 2 months, I've tested them across 6 critical objective categories. And the difference to their approach is massive. It's a razor-thin victory for one watch. And I really tried to leave out any purely subjective categories like style completely out of my comparison. Category 1 is the software experience. And this is really focused on fluidity and stability. So for me, the Fenix UI is really like, putting on your favorite old sweatshirt. For somebody that's used every Fenix that's been made, I'm very familiar with it and it's very comfortable to me. But that comfort is often marred by lag, frame drops, and a general lack of stability or bugginess. On top of that, I've had major core functionality problems with the always on display. It hasn't worked for me like 75% of the time. Compared to the Apple Watch Ultra 3, the operating system is fluid, it's fast, it's user-friendly, it's reliable. The Apple Watch Ultra 3 wins the first point thanks to its superior, stable, and fluid user interface. Before we move on with our categories that we're scoring, I wanted to acknowledge that both of these watches have one killer feature that's really a big part of my daily life. On the Fenix, it's the LED flashlight. I use it every single day. It's built into the bezel, it's power efficient, it's incredibly useful. On the Apple Watch Ultra 3, it's the HomeKit integration. I love being able to unlock my front door with my watch. It's killer. Both of these features are equally valuable to me, so we're going to call this subjective category a tie. Category 2 is battery life. This is still the Fenix's superpower, and it's really no contest even today. The Fenix 8 Pro consistently has given me 10 or 11 days of battery life with about an average of GPS every day. And of course, keep in mind, this is a 51mm, and that's not using music, but 10 or 11 days. So really great. Now the Apple Watch Ultra 3, even with its battery improvements, maxes out at 2 days. While the fast charging makes charging the Apple Watch really a breeze, you still need a charging strategy. While with the Fenix 8 Pro, you don't really have to worry about it at all. Charge it as needed. The winner for this category is the Garmin Fenix 8 Pro. Category 3 is connectivity and safety features. I'm not going to mention every single one, but this was a big update for the Fenix line. They added LTE and satellite inReach capabilities, allowing you to send messages, location, and leverage safety features like live track over LTE and SOS functionality. Taking a look at cellular, the Apple Watch Ultra 3 has the new 5G RedCap chip, which is more power efficient and faster data transfers, while the Fenix is using older LTE-M. This is really wheelhouse technology for the Apple Watch since it's had this functionality for years, and it's more mature and well-baked and easier to use. Now Garmin, as I mentioned earlier, uses live track over LTE, but Apple Watch Ultra 3 also has check-in feature which will auto-notify a contact of your workout status. Let's talk about usability. The Apple Watch Ultra 3 was much easier for me to connect via its low Earth orbit satellites to send messages. The Fenix uses geostationary satellites, which require more of a line of sight, and they were harder to connect and stay connected to, in my experience. So the winner of this category is going to be the Apple Watch Ultra 3. While if you look at them on paper, it sounds like there's parity, and there is in functionality, but the reality is that the features are much easier to use on the Apple Watch Ultra 3, so the point goes to the Apple Watch. The next category is going to be sensor accuracy. Let's be clear, both watches are using top-tier multi-band GPS chipsets with advanced optical heart rate sensors. So you're going to get a solid GPS track. You're going to get, in general, very good optical heart rate data out of both devices. The sensor accuracy category is a tie. The next category is athletic completeness and readiness. So for me, what that means is, what can this device do straight out of the box? How complete is it from a sports perspective? Now, the Fenix 8 Pro gives you everything you need. Every activity imaginable, deep metrics, recovery, training data, coaching data, right out of the box. Now, the Apple Watch Ultra 3, on the other hand, continues to improve. It's getting closer with metrics using Apple Health, Vitals, and features like Workout Buddy. One thing I really like in particular is the use of Gym Kit with the Apple Watch Ultra 3, where I can get a 100% accurate treadmill workout. So in spite of the Apple Watch Ultra 3's improvements, I still need to seek out additional apps to be on par with what Garmin gives me right out of the box. If I want advanced HRV information, I'm having to download an app like Athletic or Bevel or something like that, and I haven't had great luck with those apps personally. So for being a complete device right out of the box, the category winner is the Garmin Fenix 8 Pro. Okay, scoring update. 2 points for the Apple Watch Ultra 3 and 2 points for the Garmin Fenix 8 Pro so far. So it's a tie going into the final category, which is value and ecosystem cost. The Apple Watch Ultra 3 is $799. The Fenix 8 Pro 47mm is $1,200. The 51mm is $1,300. And if you're interested in the micro LED version of the 51mm Pro, that's going to set you back an eye-watering $2,000. $2,000. Did I say $2,000? It's crazy. Let's talk about some of the add-ons that go with these watches. The Connect IQ store for Garmin compared to the App Store for the Apple Watch Ultra 3. There's really no great way to compare it. The quality of the apps, the quantity, there's no comparison there. This is the place where Garmin is selling you $5 watch faces after asking you to pay between $1,200 and $2,000 for a device. Let's talk about the cellular plans that you have to have for these devices. The Apple Watch Ultra 3 cellular plans tend to start around $10 a month. That's carrier dependent. And the satellite functionality is no additional cost. The Garmin Fenix 8 Pro entry-level cell plan ranges from $8 to $50 per month, depending on what plan you want, included number of messages and features. Garmin has also started selling a subscription package called Garmin Connect Plus for $6.99 a month. It offers enhanced AI insights, a performance dashboard, new challenge badges, enhanced live tracking, and some other features that I'll throw up on the screen here. Even when you add in additional apps on the Apple Watch Ultra 3 to reach parity with some of the recovery and training metrics that you get out of the box with Garmin, the Apple Watch still provides better value. The Apple Watch Ultra 3 is the winner of this category. It comes in $400 less up front. It wins on pure value there. Final score update, Apple Watch Ultra 3, 3 points. Garmin Fenix 8 Pro, 2. The Apple Watch Ultra 3 wins 3-2, but the scorecard only tells part of the story. The Fenix 8 Pro was so buggy for me. The always-on display only worked probably 25% of the time, and this was really key core functionality. And so that absolutely really hindered and hurt my experience with the device. Who should still consider the Fenix 8 Pro? If you are an endurance athlete and you're running 100K distances and up and want that extra battery life or need that battery life, then this is a great device for you. If you're off the grid a lot and you find yourself occasionally needing to send messages via satellite or LTE, then it's good for you. If you are constantly off grid and need to potentially send a lot of satellite messages, I would still go for a dedicated inReach device over the 8 Pro. The Fenix still wins on battery life and athletic completeness. Really, what it gives you right out of the box is great. And also, if you're an Android user, this is the sports watch for you. just beware of some of the bugs. Who should buy the Apple Watch Ultra 3? If you're somebody who's not looking to spend $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 on a Garmin device, $799 is really a solid price these days. The Apple Watch Ultra 3 also has great sensors, great tracking, on par with what Garmin's doing. And it's also very usable and has a very friendly and fluid UI, which is nice. Let me know in the comments, are you sticking with Garmin because of the killer battery life? Or are you considering moving over to the Apple Watch Ultra 3 because of the better software experience, fewer bugs? Thanks for watching, really appreciate it.